Hi, everybody. This is Cristina from Triathlon Mommy, DashStrøm Run Clubs, and Dashstrom Coaching. And let me just make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, cool. And I'm in an impromptu live. We used to do lives every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And over the summer, I kind of brought that out. So I'm going to start that up again for you. But today's kind of a little impromptu one. And I'm going to be really blunt and I'm going to be super honest with you about motherhood and entrepreneurship and what it means to be a mom and a business owner. Or I don't even know if that's where we're going to go, but I haven't planned it all out because I feel like this is a subject that has become abundantly clear to me, the importance of talking about it. So bear with me until I kind of catch my groove and am able to get to what I want to say, because I do believe that what I'm about to share with you can change your life if you are open enough to hear it, right? And maybe you'll be a little defensive and maybe you'll be a little irritated, but try to open your heart and open your ears and listen to what I'm trying to convey, because it can change your life. I promise. All right. So, this is where it comes from. So, I had a call, like, I don't know, in the last couple of days with a mom that was an absolutely perfect fit to start her children's fitness program. So this is what usually happens. We get like this number of calls, right? Of people that are interested in the program. And out of that big bucket of people, a handful are perfect fits. And and we only work with the people that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we will be able to make them successful. So if we talk and you tell me that your goal is to make $10 million by next Tuesday, you're not going to be a good fit. If we talk and you tell me, I don't know, that you live in a place that doesn't support this program, or because like prices are too low or it's too small, you're not going to be the right fit. Or if you tell me that, you know, I don't know, that something in your mind, like oftentimes we're not the right fit, and that is okay. I refer you to other things or give you other ideas of things that might be a better fit. So when I get on the phone with somebody and I know that I can help them beyond a shadow of a doubt, that's my, when I'm talking to you, we go through where your life is and what's not working, what you want. And if I know that I can get you beyond a shadow of a doubt to what you want, then it means you're in the smaller funnel, right? Like in the people that are perfect fit. And then I'm going to fight for you. Then it's kind of when I know that, then it's my cue of I need to go to bat for this woman. And I'm going to do whatever I can in my power to help her get to where she wants to be, because I know I can. But the only, like the gap between me knowing that I can help her and actually helping her is her decision to join my program. And in that decision involves a lot of fear. So to give you an example, just, like the other day, this mom was wonderful, like great lady. She already works with children. She's a coach and she's been coaching for somebody else for 13 years. And for the last 2 years, she's been feeling overworked, underpaid. She's not appreciated. Her experience doesn't count for anything. And so I'm like, why on earth would you stay there if you are like, you have everything that it takes to start a business of your own, and where all the things that you don't like about your current work are going to be changed because you're going to be appreciated. You're going to be in control of what you do. You're going to be able to teach the things that you want to teach and do things the way that you want to do. So all of those things are going to be fixed. You're still going to make the income, if not more than what you're making now. And you're going to be doing things that you're passionate about. You're still going to be working with kids. Like it was like a no-brainer. And yet this mom didn't join the program. Um, and the only gap, like the only block between her success and everything that she told me that she wanted and where she is today, where she's like stuck and resentful and angry and unappreciated, is fear. That's it. But fear for us moms is like this big thing. And it's hard to figure out what that fear is about. Sometimes, like, oh, I'm afraid of failure, or I'm afraid of success, or I'm afraid, like, I have learned, like, fear was my modus operandi. Fear was like something very known to me. And until I was able to figure out what exactly that fear was about, then I couldn't change it. And so for this mom, and if that's you, I hope you listen with open ears. And not just for her, but for many of the moms that I speak to, and maybe this is for you too, it's less about fear and more, get this, about permission. Because somehow, when we become moms, we lose the ability to give ourselves permission to want things for ourselves, to have our own dreams, to have our own desires, to have our own ambitions. It's like we we can't do that because of our kids. And it's not because of our kids, it's because we're hiding behind our kids. Like, how many things have you not done because you're like, oh, I can't do that because I have kids? Oh, I can't do that because my kids are small. Or, oh, I can't do that because my kids need me too much. Or, oh, I can't do that because what if something happens with my kid and then I can't do that? Like, we hide behind our kids because we haven't given ourselves permission to authentically be who we want to be and want the things that we want to want. So, again, in the case of this mom, right, who has everything she needs to be successful. Like, our program was the solution to her problem, and yet she couldn't take the gap. And it wasn't the money. It may look like the money, but it's not, because we help you. Like, the money comes, we help you figure that out. But it's this lack of ability to give herself permission to think differently, to give herself permission to invest in something that may take a couple of months to give return, to give herself permission to leave her employment of 13 years so that because it's known and it's comfortable, because she's like, to give herself permission to try something new. And this is the thing, when you don't give permission for you to show up to your life, what happens? It's not pretty. Because what happens is that you're going to be jealous of any other mom that has given herself permission to be whoever she needed to be. You're going to be jealous of that mom who seems to have it all. You're going to be jealous of that mom who goes on vacation with her spouse if that's something that you want, or who goes to work, or who starts her business, or whoever. You're going to have that jealousy because you're going to look at her and be like, she did that, and what about her kids? But it's not about her kids. It's because you didn't do that for yourself. And that, my dear moms, reflects on everything that we do. And the ones who pay the price for our inability to give ourselves permission to be true to ourselves and to want the things that we want for ourselves, it's the same people that we love the most. It's our family, it's our kids. Because that resentment, that jealousy, it comes out to your kids. And then it comes out, you're looking at them as they are the reasons why you are unhappy. They are the reasons why you can't do what you want to do. You're gonna say that and it comes out when when a kid comes, it's like, but mom, like, why can't we? And it comes out like this, is like, don't you know everything I do for you? It's like, why are you asking me for more? I can't give you anymore. It's like, don't you know? Don't you like understand everything that I do is for you? Do you know how much pressure that is for a child to hear? And we don't do it because out of a plate, like because we're bad people. We do it because we're not living aligned with who we are. And the ones who pay the price are our kids, which is what we're trying to protect in the first place from giving ourselves permission to do what we want to do. So it doesn't make any sense, like zero. And yet we do it over and over and over again. So the next time that you snap at your kid, that you lose your patience, stop and think, is like, why is that happening? Sometimes it's because like they really did something that's very irritating. Totally understand. With you there, 1,000%. Get angry. But oftentimes, when you lose your patience with your kid, has nothing to do with your kid, and has everything to do with how you feel about yourself, or how you feel about what somebody else, how you're feeling about yourself, or how you're feeling about somebody else. So don't go taking out on them because you are incapable of giving yourself permission to live in your mission. And I know that I sound strong, but I've seen this over and over and over again, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because that mom that was incapable of giving herself permission to go for something that she really wants because of whatever it is, she's like, that mom that didn't join our program, she's going to go back to her kids and she's not going to be happy because she knows that there's a better way now. She knows that she had an option and she didn't take it. And she's going to say, I did this for you. I didn't do something that I wanted because I could have the money, because I wanted to have the money to buy this for you. So the next time you ask me for something, be a little bit more considerate. But the kid is 10. Of course, they're not going to get any of that. Like this is, and open your hearts because this is true. It doesn't matter what amazing mom you think you are. You do this. I do this. Everybody does this until we are conscious of it. Because our world, like our life is managed by what we know and what we understand, our conscious mind. And 90% of what is just like a whole bundle of feelings and emotions and of past experiences that form our subconscious mind. And actually, we're not in control of that. So you're going, like, unless you live in your complete alignment, unless you give yourself permission to do the things that you want to do and be whoever you want to be, you're going to have that anger and that resentment, and you're going to take it out, probably, most likely, often, on your kids, on the things that you love the most. And then comes the massive guilt trip, right? How could I resent the very thing that I love the most? You can, you do, and you will. So the only way around this tricky situation is for you to figure out for yourself what it is that you want. Do you want to use your brains a little bit more than watching Barney every day? Do you want to have the feeling that you are contributing financially to your family? Do you want to be financially independent? Do you want to have that sense of purpose, of commitment, of like that you are doing something that matters, that is important beyond your family? What is it that you want? And I'm not saying that you have to join our program like at all. Like this is for you regardless of where you are. But figure out what it is that you want. Because once you know that what you want, then you can align yourself to it. Because if you're not, if this is what you want, but this is how you're living, that gap, that's like a really shitty gap. It's really bad. And some of us deal with it better than others. For some, we go towards alcohol, or we go towards, that whole, is it whatever it is it happy hour time yet culture? Or we take it out on our kids, or we eat too much, or we exercise too much. But when we're not in alignment, that gap shows up in behaviors that are not the best, neither for us nor for our kids. So you owe it to yourself to live where you want to live in that emotional home that makes you happy, to make decisions and give yourself permission to think about and to be who it is that you want to be. You know inside of you if you are missing something or not. Listen to that. Figure out what that is. And then give yourself permission to go there and to try it. Because I promise you that the mother that you're going to be when you are have given yourself permission is going to be a much better mom to those kids than a mom who is resentful or than a mom who is like sarcastic. That's like this sneaky anger and resentment is coming out in her relationships that matter the most. Does that make sense? Now, I know that this is tough. And I know that some of you are like, fuck you, Christina. I don't want to talk to you again. You're making me feel bad. I come here to feel good. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Because the thing is, like, if I don't talk to you like this, if I don't tell you the truth, if I don't give it to you how it is, then you don't take action. And if you don't take action, then you just stay where you are. And if you stay where you are, then you're going to cause problems for both yourself and for your children. And it's way easier to repair a child than it is to repair a lifetime of that adult. And we work with the kids, right? So I hope you take it in the spirit that it was intended. I'm going to be talking a whole lot more about motherhood and entrepreneurship. I'm going to actually do a whole series because there is a lot of that going on in my life right now. And I'm kind of tired of being afraid of hurting somebody's feelings because I see the inaction and then I see the consequences of that inaction. And I don't make anything better by just letting it go. All right. So if you have any questions, you can drop them off here. If this is something that you want to speak more in private, feel free to private messenger me. And I'm going to put here, whoopsie. And if you are at the point where you're giving yourself permission to do something that you know you've wanted to do, or even if you haven't given yourself permission, but like you know you want to do this, then let's talk. And I can help you through that, right? Again, if you're not a good fit for our program, I'm not going to invite you in. That's the thing. It's like the only way that you're going to be in this conundrum is if I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can reach the goals that you tell me that you want. So go ahead, where it is there, book a call and let's talk. All right. Give yourself permission to at least explore the possibility of what life would be like if you lived doing the things that you wanted. All right, gang. So I'm going to set up a new training schedule for the group and I'll figure out what the trainings are so that you can know. And I look forward to working with you guys for this next half of the year. And, let's make it a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye.